Hello and welcome back to Seahawk Central. I'm Stephanie Rodriguez.
And I'm Dylan Thompson.
From a magazine launch right here in Wilmington to UNCW's homecoming and a campus vigil, UNCW is gearing up for a week full of events you won't want to miss.
And in sports, we have a recap of some key conference matchups in men and women's basketball, the first pitch of UNCW softball, and a quick look at the Lynx as men's golf begins the 2026 season.
After 6 years of being off the newsstands, Wilmington's go-to alternative magazine for arts and culture is officially back in print. Encore, founded in 1985, had its last edition released during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Nearly 6 years later, the return was celebrated at Thalian Hall during a kickoff event called A Culture of Connection. This event featured comedy performances and a special tribute honoring Wilmington's Best of Award winners, all spotlighting the city's vibrant creative community.
Like pizzeria and pub. And for best buffet, you get Flaming Amy's Bowl. Sorry.
Shannon Gentry, the woman who made this comeback possible, stated during the event that free public media is more important than ever, and explains that Encore's mission is to marry art and journalism.
So as you're looking through, I think there's a bit of nostalgia. I think there's a bit of today and our thoughts and reflection of today, and there's a lot of looking ahead for the future. And you're a part of it, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
In an interview with the Port City Daily, Shannon stated, "Good journalism keeps us informed, good storytelling keeps us listening. It's the accessibility of both that keeps us talking, keeps us engaged and activated in ways that ultimately better serve us, our communities, and each other." Free copies of the first issue were handed out to the crowd during this kickoff event, along with a special musical guest, Jen Fizz. Release dates for the publication will be January, April, June, and October as of now. Encore will distribute around 20,000 copies each quarter in local venues throughout the Tri-County region. For more information on Encore and to stay informed, check out their website at encorepub.org and check out their Instagram at EncoreILM. Homecoming Week is officially here, bringing a full lineup of events hosted by UNCW ACE. From the homecoming kickoff in Warwick Ballroom to our famous late-night breakfast at Wagner Dining Hall, to Battle of the Bands in Bernie Center, and so much more. For all the latest events, head to Wavelink to explore all things homecoming. Voting for homecoming royalty has officially opened and will remain open until February 12th. Good luck to our homecoming court. UNCW Democrats will be hosting a vigil for those who have lost their lives to ICE agents. This vigil will take place on February 12th in Lumina Theater from 5:30 to 8. For more updates, be sure to follow them on Instagram at UNCW_Democrats. You can look forward to inside coverage on this vigil in our next episode of Seahawk Central. That's your latest on news. Dylan, what's new with sports?
Thank you, Stephanie. To kick things off, we begin on the road with men's basketball, where it was the Seahawks who picked up a key win at Townsend. It was a meaningful game for the Seahawks and former Townsend transfer Christian May, but the familiar area was not an issue for May. A back-and-forth game that featured many lead changes went the Teal way with the help from senior Nolan Hodge and his 23 points, 2 14-point performances from Greedy Williams and Patrick Wessler, and a gritful 13 points from Christian May as the Hawks took the road win 82-73. Returning home for a rematch and whiteout in Trask, the men hosted William and Mary. The Seahawks were shooting on all cylinders in the first half, but basketball is a full-effort match. William and Mary swung out in the second half with a 12-0 run that helped 4 players reach double digits. Despite 9 three-pointers made for the Seahawks, it was a second effort from William and Mary that gave the Hawks their 4th loss of the season with an 85-78 loss. While we're still hooping, we bring it over to the women who are looking for another conference win. In a pretty in pink matchup against Hampton, the women fought and clawed, even out-rebounding the Pirates. Graduate Rory Cox finished the game with 13 points, while Mary Ferrito finished with 10. On the road, the women came up just short again against tough opponents William and Mary as well as Charleston. Despite the 2 losses, the women are showing fight and progress, including another career high in points for Kyla Silver as she finished with 27 points on 11 made buckets from the floor. Rory Cox also set a new season high accolade with 13 rebounds. The women are back at home for a homecoming matchup against North Carolina A&T. Shifting playing grounds, we head over to the Diamond where Seahawk softball is officially underway. In the opening weekend at home, the Teal faced App State, Kennesaw State, and George Washington. The Hawks went 1-1 in Friday's split with App and George Washington with a close 3-4 loss against State and a dominant 9-2 win against George Washington. Junior Cassidy Relay's 4 hits in the 2 games lifted other Seahawk batters such as Ava Brookshire, Becca Merrick, and Emily Whitwell to collect multiple hits as well. To conclude the opening weekend, it was Whitwell and Merrick again hot at the plate with 5 hits and 4 RBIs together. The consistency at the plate for the Hawks was short-lived, however, as ASU combined for 12 runs in the 3rd and 4th inning, which lifted the Mountaineers over Seahawks for the weekend. The next matchup for UNCW softball will be on the road against Wofford, St. Bonaventure, and UMBC. And before we wrap up sports, we swing our way over to the links with men's golf. The Seahawks opened this 2026 spring with a 2nd-place finish at the C-Best Invitational, where 5th-ranked Georgia took the gold by just 1 stroke. 3 Seahawks finished with top 10 tournament scores with James Rico, Preston Worth on sync for 21 of 34 total birdies. The men returned to the tee box on February 16th in California for the Prestige Tournament. And that about wraps up our time here on Seahawks Central.
If you have any news with these stories, email us at SeahawksCentralNews@gmail.com.
And make sure to stay up to date with all UNCW sports by following at Seahawks Central Sports_UNCW for updates and future exclusive content for the 2026 year. I'm Dylan Thompson with sports.
And I'm Stephanie Rodriguez with your news. We'll see you next week.